In the world of football, greatness is measured not just in trophies, but in revolution. One man arrived on English shores in 2016 and changed everything. His name is Pep Guardiola, and this is the story of why he's considered the best coach England has ever seen. Before we understand his English dominance, we must journey back to where it all began. Barcelona, Spain, where a young midfielder was learning the game that would define modern football. Pep Guardiola wasn't always a coach. He was a student of Johan Cruyff, the Dutch master who brought total football to Barcelona. Under Cruyff's guidance, Guardiola learned that football wasn't just about winning. It was about how you win. As a player, Guardiola was the heartbeat of Barcelona's midfield. He controlled tempo, dictated play, and saw patterns others couldn't. But his true genius would only emerge when he stepped off the pitch and into the technical area. In 2008, at just 37 years old, Guardiola took charge of Barcelona's first team. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous. In his debut season, he won the treble, La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the UEFA Champions League. But Guardiola wasn't content with just winning. He wanted to redefine football itself. He created a system called tiki-taka, short passes, constant movement, suffocating possession. Opponents couldn't touch the ball, let alone score. After conquering Spain with 14 trophies in 4 years, Guardiola needed a new challenge. In 2013, he moved to Bayern Munich, a German giant with a different footballing culture. Germany tested Guardiola's adaptability. Could his possession-based philosophy work in the Bundesliga's high-intensity environment? The answer was a resounding yes. He won the league title in all 3 seasons, setting new records along the way. But in Munich, Guardiola evolved. He experimented with tactics, formations, and positional play. He turned fullbacks into midfielders, wingers into strikers. He was preparing for his greatest challenge yet, the Premier League. On February 1st, 2016, Manchester City announced they had secured the signature of the world's most coveted coach. Pep Guardiola was coming to England, and the football world held its breath. The Premier League was different from anything Guardiola had experienced. It was faster, more physical, and unforgiving. Critics questioned whether his intricate passing style could survive the English winter and the league's brutal schedule. His first season was challenging. City finished 3rd, trophyless. Critics emerged from everywhere. He's been found out, they said. The Premier League has defeated the master tactician. But Guardiola was just getting started. What the critics didn't realize was that Guardiola was rebuilding. He was studying, adapting, and preparing to unleash something England had never seen before. The 2017 to 2018 season will forever be remembered as the season Manchester City broke English football. They didn't just win the Premier League, they obliterated every record in the book. 100 points, 32 wins, 106 goals scored. These weren't just numbers, they were a statement. Guardiola had created a machine so efficient, so dominant, that opponents were helpless. Teams came to the Etihad Stadium not hoping to win, but hoping to keep the score respectable. City played with a swagger, a confidence, and inevitability. Every pass had purpose. Every movement created space. It was football as art. At the heart of this revolution was Guardiola's tactical innovation. He deployed fullbacks in midfield, created numerical superiorities all over the pitch, and pressed with such intensity that opponents couldn't breathe. What makes Guardiola the best isn't just winning, it's how he wins. His tactical innovations have forced every coach in England to evolve or be left behind. He introduced positional play to England, a system where players occupy specific zones to create passing triangles and overloads. It sounds simple, but its execution requires intelligence, technique, and perfect timing. Guardiola's training sessions are legendary. Every drill has a purpose. Every exercise relates to match situations. He doesn't just train players' bodies, he trains their minds. He's also a master of adaptation. Against Liverpool's high press, he adjusts. Against Chelsea's low block, he finds solutions. Each opponent faces a different version of Manchester City, specifically designed to exploit their weaknesses. But perhaps his greatest tactical innovation is the false nine, a striker who drops deep to create space and confusion. Lionel Messi perfected it at Barcelona. In England, players like Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva have made it their own. Since arriving in England in 2016, Guardiola has accumulated silverware at an unprecedented rate. 5 Premier League titles in 7 seasons, multiple League Cups, FA Cups, and the crown jewel, the Champions League. The 2022-2023 season was Guardiola's masterpiece. Manchester City achieved what only Manchester United had done before, the treble. Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League, the holy trinity of football. In a Champions League final against Inter Milan, Guardiola's tactical adjustments proved decisive. He had finally conquered the one trophy that had eluded him at Manchester City. His legacy in England was complete. But for Guardiola, it's never about the destination. It's about the journey. Each season brings new challenges, new innovations, new records to break.